Reverend Dr. C.B. Moss.
Thank you very much. My final comment is to all of you in this room and those listening by way of radio. Do not succumb to the intimidating tactics used by the oppressors. Once you take a stance against them, they try to destroy you. They say all manner of wicked things against you. 15 years ago, when the coalition, on the 8th day of February, we organized the coalition upstairs in Agnes schoolroom on Blue Hill Road and Coburn Street. When we began to oppose the plans for the land, those of you who were around will recall, from the highest level in the government, it was an F&M government, the newspapers were filled with comments like, oh, C.B. Moss and the coalition are PLPs trying to bring down the F&M government. You remember that? You remember that? They said everything about us. Now that we are fighting for the Sea Park, they're saying C.B. Moss and the coalition are F&Ms. And they're trying to bring down the PLP government. You see how stupid they think we are? They divide it into politics. And they know that many of us, as soon as that begins to happen, we become intimidated and we run for cover. But we want to say to them, there's nothing that they can say about us now that they had not said 15 years ago. And we are still standing. And we will continue to stand. Don't be intimidated. They can do you nothing. Because once they've lied on you, they cannot do anything else. But folks, we're in the midst of celebrating the 41st year of anniversary of our nation. In 1967, when we attained majority rule, we had a little big nation that was pregnant with potential and possibilities. Those of us who are around, we envisage a nation that was going to be second to none on the face of God's earth. We attained our independence in 1973, and here, 41 years later, 41 short years later, that pregnancy is about to be aborted. The dreams, the possibilities, the potential that existed is about to be aborted, leaving us empty with nothing. We must not allow that to happen. For the sake of our children and our grandchildren, we must not allow that to happen. And we must be prepared, if necessary, to face the devil himself and to stare him down. We cannot cower under what we have. First of all, they ignore you. You know, the government has never responded to the coalition. 15 years ago, Mr. Christie and the PLP, I mean, they were our friends. Everything we say, they were supporting us and saying, yeah, yeah, yeah. But now they wouldn't even answer the letter. But that cannot intimidate us. And it will not intimidate us. And we're asking you not to let it intimidate you. Stand for him, folks. If not for yourself, stand for your children. Stand for your grandchildren. Don't let them ask 20 years down the road, why did daddy sit and allow this to happen? Why did daddy or mommy not do something? Stand for your children. And we wish you all a very, very wonderful anniversary of independence. It's not as wonderful as it could or should be, but let's at least keep as an objective that next celebration of independence is going to be better, with or without those who are opposing us now.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, politicians respond to one thing: numbers. That's what gets them in and gets them out. The more of you that can call a show on the radio, the more of you that can pressure them, you will be surprised how quickly they will respond. Will you let them take your things? Will you let them take your things? call the Prime Minister's house. His number should be in the book. Don't let him have a restful night's sleep anymore. If you call him all night tonight, this thing will be stopped tomorrow. Y'all think I'm joking? Call him tonight.